Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we have the SRM Asika. Now, this was a knife that was recommended to me by one of the viewers. And, you know, Sanremnu makes a lot of knives of all different budgets. This is the first time I'm really trying one of their premium models. This is a titanium frame lock in 154 CM blade steel. It has a steel lock bar insert, nice big caged bearings, and it has really good action. It does feel like premium quality. There's a lot of little details that they hit with this that, you know, you usually only see, or you like to see on, you know, knives done very well. And we're going to go through some of them. So first, let's talk about the action. So it is a flipper only, and it has a nicely jimped flipper tab. A little bit pokey on this end, but you can do the light switch, and it's nice and comfortable. Nice and drop shutty. The detent is perfect. Fantastic detent. Now, I can tell the detent ball is breaking into the satin finish when I did oil it, and that's just the detent ball breaking into the satin finish, so it'll only get smoother and smoother, and it's already very smooth. The detent, when it locks back in, is very nice. The lock bar access, they have a little chamfer on both sides, and it's slightly proud of the show side. So it's easy to disengage. The detent is nice and early, so it's easy to get past as well. And the blade is relatively thin. This is the thickest portion right here, but you notice how it's got that swedge on the top, and the geometry is actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be a bit thicker. I'm not 100%. I didn't measure the thickness behind the edge, but if I had to guess, I would say it's not more than 20 thousandths, maybe 20 thousandths, but the geometry is really nice. It's a nice slow taper to the 20 thousandths. The sharpening choil, it's okay. You know, the plunge goes to about right there. I usually prefer a little deeper, but it's okay. They did give you something to sharpen off, and this is somewhat of a Japanese style tanto, but it does have a secondary tip. Not the most pronounced secondary tip, but nice big bellied front end portion there, so be able to use that for lots of different things. Nice acute piercing tip. The ergos, it's very slim. This is lightweight and slim. Now, I guess it's not lightweight because there's no milling on the inside. At least I don't think there is. There's no milling. So I guess it's not that lightweight, but for the size, it's not heavy. To me, personally. It's so slim in the hand. It is nice and broad, though, so very comfortable in the hand considering how thin it is. The jimping doesn't really matter. It's might as well not even be there. It doesn't really offer anything. But the clip, pretty comfortable in the hand. I don't really feel it. And the clip is inset with flat screws. Now, I don't like that it's a steel clip, though. You know, I figured they did a titanium backspacer with nice jimping on the back, too. Titanium backspacer, frame lock. They should have done this in titanium, but it is still in set and it works really well. It's not putting pressure on the lock bar, which is really nice. The cutout to the lock bar is also on the inside. So that's usually something you only see on, you know, more. We like to see that. So that's a good thing. But usually you only see it on more premium knives. So, SRM is Sanremnu Knives. Now, they've been around for quite some time, and you'd be surprised how many companies are actually using them as their OEM. So, they are, you know, they do knives of all different calipers. Like I said, this is the first time I've gotten to try one of their more premium knives. I've tried some of their budget knives. I do need to get more on the channel, but I know there's lots of companies that I've had on the channel where they did the OEM work, so I know their level of quality they can do. I like the pivot collars around the hardware. So they did the pivot collar around, well, they did a pivot collar on the pivot, and then they also did hardware collars. So that's really cool. It offers a nice little pop. The edges are chamfered with some machining. The stop pin, decent sized stop pin. The lockup is rock solid lockup, no play, any direction. So there's a lot of little touches on here that's pretty cool. And especially for the price. This is a pretty affordable knife for the money. I did get this personally from White Mountain Knives, which you can save 10% off if you use my discount code. It doesn't work on everything, but it should work on something like this. At least I hope so. I'm not sure if I'll be able to link it on Amazon, but if I can, I'll just link it outright. That way it does benefit the channel a little bit more. But anyways, if you guys do want to save 10% off, though, that benefits you guys. So I guess that'd probably be better for you guys, not me. Anyways, the actual number on this is the 1411TZ, which the SRM stands for Stay Ready for More. Stay ready for more. So I'm guessing they're kind of rebranding a little bit from the San Remu now to the SRM. You know, it's the same company and everything, but you know how companies sometimes rebrand themselves, you know, to kind of give themselves a little bit better of a name. I personally never had a problem with San Remu. Now, there are a couple companies that are somewhat similar that I do have problems with because of them not being honest and using steels that they weren't actually using the steel that they advertised and things like that. But San Remu, as far as from my research and time in the community, I've never really seen them do much of that at all. I haven't seen them do it at all. So that's why they've never really bothered me too much. The name used to bother me back in the day because it just sounds like something that you don't want to, you know what I mean? It kind of just sounds a little weird. But, over time, things grow on you. This one is nicely centered. Yes, nicely centered. Let's check out the edge. The edge is decent, not bad. The grind it's pretty close. It's not perfect from one side to the other, but I don't expect it to be. It's very close, considering. But awesome knife, and I am glad that somebody recommended for me to check this out. So hopefully I'll be getting some more SRM knives on the channel. I know I'd like to, so we'll see how that goes. But there you guys go. Quick look at the SRM Asika. The 1411TZ. Love you guys. Peace.